This is my video discussion for the mystery and adventures in realistic literature. Excuse me. And the first question is, please explain why Sachar's novel is so easily relatable to so many readers. And I feel like it's relatable just the way it's written, first of all, and just how it's complex and having interesting characters and the representation of people that it has. The book has lots of examples and informative, entertaining descriptions and relative situations in it. That's why I feel like it's mostly for older readers. Like, it's not for a younger type of group of. It wouldn't grasp the knowledge of younger readers like in junior high school and things like that. I feel like it would be more complex for like high schoolers, seniors, and like people, probably adults. Then the second is have to make several interesting arguments. I'd like you to respond to two. The first two arguments that I seen was from that this article was the novel does not easily fit into any one genre. While it is often classified as a contemporary realism, it could also fit in the fantasy or magical realism. Yeah, I would agree with that it would fall into that type of category when it really falls under like children's fiction. But I feel like I agree with that statement. And then another one is, this is a rich and complex novel and on border between children's and young literature. Again, that's what I was saying, that like it's mostly for like older situation of people, and it's for older adults. That's what I'm trying to say, that it's for older adults. The main community that would be reading this type of book would be older people. And then the third question would be, what characteristics does Sachar's novel share with fairy tales and folk tales and legends? What I would feel like it, of course, it's classified as a children's fiction, but then it also can fall under like a magical realism, just the way that it's filled with fantastic things that happen all throughout the book, and the realistic settings that it has all throughout. And then do you agree with this analyst? She also, Sachar's coming, men should take risk and be tough and ignore pain. Well, I do agree with this analyst, because just the way that men are raised, we're always taught to don't cry in front of people, mask your emotions and things like that. It's honestly, me growing up as a man, I honestly have been like that all throughout my life, but like, I don't think it's healthy. I honestly don't think it's healthy for a person to stay like that, a man especially, just because of the suicide rates and all that. But that's a whole different thing. Just I do agree with that, because a man needs to be strong though. But if you need to talk to someone, don't keep your emotions deep inside. And the book that I picked was the Fantasy Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lesmore. And how do the illustrations and text work together? I feel like the story actually does work. So the story is really about, you have to have a good story or book for your book to be able to fly. That came together. That's a good illustration within the book. Then what effects does Joyce achieve in making the majority of his books character books? I feel like the thing that he puts in most of his books is situations where kids are able to imagine it actually happening. That's where I find books to get that from. They want people to be able to see what is going on in their book. They want to be able envision you to envision what is actually happening. That's what I feel like he incorporates in his majority of his character books. And many people assume the picture books are written for preschoolers. I like to use great selections for such a good young audience. I feel like this kind of book would be for a younger type of audience just because of how it's written and it being animated the way it is. But probably not a younger age, just because the type of the language that they use in the book is more of a complex, probably like a junior high type of standpoint. But even probably some junior high students wouldn't want to grasp that type of books because it's like a children's book. You see what I'm saying? But things like that, I don't feel like that's the type of age for the group I would choose for it.